All right. And I'm going to admit all. Oh, we got 20 people. Nice. All right. Good morning, everyone. Going to give it a minute or so to let everyone get in. Welcome, welcome. While we're waiting, why don't you all pop into the chat and say where you're from so we can kind of see where everyone's listening in from this morning. I'm from Shoreline, and we'll get started in about a minute or so. We'll just wait to make sure everybody's in. Before we get started, Bothell, Linwood, let's see here, Lake Forest, Mukilteo. Oh, so we're from all over this morning. Good morning. All right, let's make sure we don't have anybody else in the waiting room. I think everybody's in right now. Okay, we'll get started then. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the presentation from Neighbors Helping Neighbors, Aging Well in Your Own Home. And this is presented by Northwest Neighbors Network. My name is Kim Cont'd. I work for Third Place Commons. I'm the music and events coordinator over there. And I'm glad that you're here this morning. For those of you who don't know, Lake Forest or Third Place Commons is a nonprofit located in Lake Forest Park. And we're next to Third Place Books, but we are separate from the bookstore. Folks often get us confused, but we are a separate organization, a nonprofit versus a for-profit bookstore. But you know, we are dedicated to building and fostering community through hundreds of free events put on each year, including a variety of recurring programs and standalone programs like today's event. And one of our largest programs that we put on is the Lake Forest Park Farmers Market, which has ended its regular season. However, we do have two holiday markets and craft fairs, one of which is tomorrow, November 21st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we have another one on December 19th, same time. And it's a great way to pick up some fresh groceries and get a start on your holiday gift shopping. And we are also resuming some of our in-person programming, including our live weekend music program that we put on every Saturday and Sunday afternoon. During November, it runs from 3 to 5 p.m. And in fact, this afternoon at 3 o'clock, we have Ray Scalebread and the Yeti Chasers taking the stage. And tomorrow we'll have the Jazz Misfits. And starting in December, we are going back to our pre-COVID time of Friday and Saturday evenings from 7 to 9 p.m. So I hope to see you out there to enjoy some live music. It's been a lot of fun. And then, of course, during the pandemic, we have offered a lot more programs through Zoom, like today. And one upcoming event that may be of interest to the folks on this call is December 1st at 6 p.m. We have a Medicare 101 class, which is a very straightforward breakdown of the different parts of Medicare, what they do and do not cover. And there's no sales pitch. It's just a breakdown of what Medicare is and what they have to offer to folks. So for the Medicare event and for any other events that you have and to see our calendar, you can go to our website at thirdplacecommons.org, or you can keep up with us on our various social media accounts, Third Place Commons and whatever, which you can see on the screen now. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to our presenter today, Tom Wilcox. He is a native Washingtonian living in the Bothell area. He worked for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for 21 years before being given the opportunity to explore new careers. He currently works part-time as a driver for Core Gear of Edmonds and Sunrise of Edmonds, which he thoroughly enjoys. He has twin 23-year-old daughters and married a woman with twin 17-year-old boys and a 20-year-old daughter. And Tom has been a part of Northwest Neighbors Network since January of this year. So take it over, Tom.
Thank you very much, Kim. Welcome everybody to this presentation. Again, my name is Tom, and I'm not only a volunteer and committee chair, but also one of the board members with Northwest Neighbors Network. Just so that everybody is aware, and first of all, can everybody hear me okay? Is the mic is okay? Just so that everybody is aware, we are recording the presentation portion of this. We will stop recording at the end of the presentation before we start our Q&A session. And this will be an informational presentation to learn about just a handful of resources and support available to seniors who want to remain connected with their communities and enjoy a high quality of life while aging well in their homes. So let's go ahead and, oops. Oh, sorry. First, a little bit about Northwest Neighbors Network. We are a grassroots membership-driven nonprofit organization that started in 2019. We help members stay in their homes and communities as long as possible by providing a network of volunteer and support services, as well as hosting, putting on social, educational, and wellness activities. Our connection to Lake Forest Park is that Lake Forest Park is one of the areas in which we serve. And I'll touch more on NNN at the end of the presentation before the Q&A session starts. All right, so connections. How do you connect? Studies have shown that more people are hoping to stay in their homes and communities as long as possible as they age. 90% of seniors polled want to age in their own homes. And one of the major hurdles for people being able to age well in their home is a lack of connection. I will talk about connection quite a bit throughout this presentation. But it's a connection to their community or to other people or their very own neighbors. Or it's a connection to organizations or resources that help them to stay active or to stay safe. Now, I want you to think about how do you connect with your community and with your neighbors and to those with your shared interests? Do you connect through friends, family, or neighbors? What are the resources that are offered to help keep you safe and to help keep others safe? Where do you turn for information on staying active and healthy? Well, I'm here to talk a little bit about how, where, and with whom you can connect with in your community. Whoops, sorry about that. Tips on where you can find this information, and I'll share a couple of resources on staying in touch with those in your neighborhood. All right, so let's start with connecting with community. And it's not necessarily your direct next door neighbors or people in your neighborhood. It's more so the organizations or institutions in your community that can and do provide valuable resources, information, and activities for you. As most of you probably already know, one of the easiest, best ways to connect with community is through your local senior centers. For most of you, on this call, it looks like your local senior center would be the Shoreline Lake Forest Park Senior Center. So we'll talk a little bit about some of the offerings from the Shoreline Lake Forest Park Senior Center. If you're outside of the Lake Forest Park area, of course, as you probably know, you can check with your local senior center for their offerings as well. But we'll talk a little bit about this one. They provide a multitude of services and ways to stay connected with others that share your same interests. So, for example, those of you that are wanting to get more active or want to stay active, the Senior Center offers dance and exercise classes. If you want to help them out by volunteering, you can sign up to help volunteer in their kitchen, for example. They're always looking for help with meal prep, serving, and cleaning up. And speaking of their kitchen, they offer, if you are fully vaccinated, they offer in-house community dining. But if you can't make it to their in-house dining, or if you're just not comfortable doing so yet, you can utilize their, or they can assist with either providing transportation for you or transportation for your food, I guess, through their Hide Shuttle and their Meals on Wheels programs. For you creative and artistic types, you can join an art club or a basic knitting club that they offer. Or, and this is something I just learned, which I thought was kind of cool, if you're looking to get away after being maybe cooped up for the last 12 to 18 months, they offer assistance with planning what they call their rail and sail vacations. Check it out. I read through a few of them. They're actually pretty fantastic. For more information, you can either visit them in person or online at Shoreline LFP SeniorCenter.org. All right. Oops. So, fire departments. How many of you knew that your local fire department is a fantastic resource for your community as well? We'll talk a little bit just briefly about the North Shore and the Shoreline fire departments and what they have to offer for your community. Biggest thing, safety, of course. We know that fire departments are there for our safety, but one of the biggest concerns when it comes to aging well in your own home is safety. Preventing accidents first and foremost, of course, but being prepared to know what to do if accidents occur. North Shore and Shoreline fire departments offer a wide variety of educational programs to help you keep safe. For example, CPR and first aid classes. I'm sure many of you have taken them before. Maybe do a little brushing up on your skills around CPR and first aid. They offer in-home and, if you're traveling, safety tips and fall prevention guidelines, as well as emergency preparedness. What to do in case of a fire or flood or earthquake, how to prepare for those emergencies. And if you want to find out more about these topics or resources, or if you want to join one of their classes, you can visit them at either northshorefire.com or shorelinefire.com. Let's see here. Now, one last resource that you may or may not have thought about or know about, it's your local library. Libraries are a fantastic place to educate yourself, gather with friends or family, or to simply enjoy their offerings, both online and in person. And libraries we'll talk about here, which are part of the King County Library System, are the Lake Forest Park and Shoreline libraries. Both of these locations offer more than just books to check out. You can explore what they're offering through their calendar of events on their website. There are many, many things to do through the library, like joining book groups. You can ask questions about Medicare, kind of like what Third Place Collins is doing. There are lectures about saving the world that you can join. You can also join special events like Aging Well, Learning Community is one of those, and Silver Kite Arts, an introduction to past outs. They also offer author lecture series that you can join. And if you're wanting to check out a book, but if you're not comfortable going in person, they have an online library system for you to check books out. And so libraries are more than just books. They're a fantastic resource for connecting with your community. For more information on your local library, you can go to kcls.org and check out what they have to offer. Now, there's one more thing that I discovered when checking out these libraries. If you have issues with your technology, and I've been talking already about getting online, checking out things online, but what if your computer is glitching? You need a little help maybe with internet access. Well, the King County Library System has this digital navigator program. So if you are in need of some technical assistance, you can meet with one of their staff members, either in person or online. Of course, if you're having trouble with your technology and you can't get online, you can also call them. If you need a new computer, or if you need internet or better internet access, they can help you out with that. They can also help, help you find low-cost options for new technology and internet access. They also can assist you in finding resources to learn basic computer and internet skills as well. So you can find out more information about the Digital Navigator program on the kcls.org website as well. Just look for that /computer help. Or, of course, again, if your technology is not working, give them a call at 425-462-9600. All right. Oops, there we go. So connecting with others. We've gone over some examples on resources of how and where to connect with your community. But how do you, during these more than difficult times of COVID-19 and quarantining, how can you stay safe and healthy when connecting with others outside of your home? First and foremost, you definitely want to stay safe. Safety is key during these times. So here are a few tips on how to stay safe, physically safe, of course, but mentally safe and even technologically safe. Some of the things you can do is keep up to date on trends through local, county, and state departments of public health. Educate yourself. You can learn more. One place you can go to is the kingcounty.gov Department in Health site. They've got lots of great information for you there. And even though some of you may be trying to stay safe by social distancing, remember that moderation is key when distancing. Hello? What I mean by that is don't isolate yourself 24/7. Just remember to mask up when you go outdoors to see people or when running errands. Some things that I've actually seen during COVID and during quarantine is people have social gatherings in parking lots. They'll host a happy hour or a hot cocoa hour, if you will, out of the bed of their truck or the back of their SUVs. You all just remember you want to stay connected for your mental health and stay distant for your physical health. If you haven't already done so, and if you're eligible and if you're comfortable doing it, get your booster shot. The vaccine and the boosters are the best way to keep yourself safe during these times. Now, outside of mental and physical safety, there's also, there's been a rash of online scams, technology scams. You want to avoid those as much as possible, of course. Many people fall prey to online scammers while they're looking for information. Things to remember, if something seems too good to be true, or if you think something bad will happen if you don't do X, Y, or Z, just pause for a moment and think about the credibility of that messaging. Look at where the information is coming from. Or maybe call a trusted friend or relative to have a second look at it before doing anything. Even tech-savvy 20-somethings can fall prey to these online scams. And here are a few tips to avoid being scammed. Never, under any circumstances, give control of your computer to someone who contacts you out of the blue. A lot of times these show up through pop-up windows while you're on different websites. Don't click on unsolicited pop-ups or emails if unsolicited pop-ups or links or attachments in emails, even if it's from a friend. You're not quite sure if you didn't ask for something and they send you this cool link or cool thing to check out, maybe check with them first. Give them a call, say, hey, I just got an email from you with an attachment or a link. Just want to check to make sure you legitimately sent that. Maintaining your antivirus software on your computer is key to avoiding some of these scams. One of the biggest things is don't be afraid to contact your banking institution. If you get a message that says, hey, you need to do this that or the other thing, update your personal information and your banking information, especially in order to access your funds. Give your bank a call and ask them if it's a legitimate upgrade or legitimate thing there. Online, there are many articles and videos that can help you in avoiding these scams. So, connecting with others, remaining active, very important. It's crucial during quarantine and as we're moving into these fall and the long winter months ahead of us. Remaining active, of course, not only helps you physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. And one of the best ways to stay active, simply going for a walk. Going for a walk by yourself is great, but walking with others is even better. And if you do decide to venture out and meet up with friends or families for a nice walk, this is a time of year you want to take some extra precautions. Not only do you want to be safe from COVID, of course, but you also want to be safe from accidents, slips, trips, or falls. So here are just a few tips for taking a simple walk with others during the fall and winter. First thing that you can do is check the weather conditions in your area. Is rain or snow pending? Is it going to be blustery where you're meeting up? Wind can actually cause a fall, a trip, or a spill as well. Wearing proper footwear, like lightweight tennis shoes, if it's not raining, of course, or boots with good support for inclement weather. If it's snowing or if it has just snowed and there's still snow on the ground, consider getting snow grips for your shoes. Those will add a little bit of extra traction for you. And most importantly, take your time. Take smaller, slower steps to keep your center of gravity, well, centered, of course. No quick movements or turns. And of course, you don't have to race. It's a walk. And keep your eye out for and avoid icy patches. Just like when you're driving in a car, icy patches can sneak up on you. And of course, always walk with a partner if you can. Not just so they can provide a soft spot to land if you fall, but they can be a second set of eyes to keep an eye on the path with you, and they can offer a steady hand if needed. So now, it is said that home-based exercises have the ability to reduce stress, anxiety, and depression during these short days and long nights of wintertime. So if you're not comfortable walking with others or venturing out of doors, here are a few tips on how to remain active in your own home during the winter months. If you don't have your own set of dumbbells or weights, you can use cans of soup or water bottles, full water bottles, to help strengthen your muscles. Here's a kind of an interesting tip I never thought of. When you're done eating a meal at your table, instead of standing up from your chair and leaving the table, stand up and sit down just a few times at the table before you leave. It only takes a few moments and you've actually done your legs some good. Walk up and down stairs multiple times. Or if you don't have stairs, walk up and down your hallway, or in large open spaces in your house if you have those. The best tip, my favorite tip, turn up your favorite music and just dance. Dance like nobody's watching, but moving your body is and always is the best thing. It will always help if you know, if you can just move, just do something. For those of you that are social media conscious, maybe have somebody record you dancing and post it up on Instagram. You could become famous, who knows? But now, if you're like me, you may need a small reminder to move your body. Some people may need to actually schedule time in their day to move or to do some exercises. Don't be afraid to set an alarm to remind yourself. Always good. You can also check out and attend virtual fitness classes. So from the comfort of your own home, you can exercise with others online. There are many to choose from. So. All right, now talking a lot about connecting online, connecting with others online or virtually is our reality these days. Whatever the reason for not being able to connect in person, we've had to rely on online resources. Now, think for a moment about how you have been using technology to connect with the people you love. Most people will do video calls, and they think that's it. You know, calling up relatives or friends, having a chat with them face to face instead of just on the phone. That's the extent of their technology usage when connecting with others. But have you ever tried something a little different? Have you ever tried joining a virtual club? Book clubs and even wine clubs are easily conducted virtually online. Now, book clubs and wine clubs are separate clubs, but I've known some people that have made them the same club. So enjoy a book, discuss the book over a glass of wine. You can do that virtually. You can join an art class. Some outfits will send you the materials you need. Then you can learn a new art form from the comfort of your own home. Do you enjoy watching movies? Did you know that you could, or have you ever tried watching a movie virtually with others? You watch the movie and you're online with them at the same time. It's actually pretty fun. So now one other online resource, which I just wanted to share here real quick, is if you are in need, or if somebody you know of is in need of health and human services, but you're not sure where to look, I've learned about this King County 211. King County 211 connects people to the help that they need. People that maybe are looking for housing assistance for themselves or loved ones. They may be seeking assistance with different financial matters. Or you may be looking for the location of the nearest food bank. King County 211 is there to help. And what about military? If any of you are military members or families, members are military, King County 211 has also partnered with Washington Serves Pacific Northwest. Now, Washington Serves provides lifelong coordinated case management, is what I've read, as well as benefits from veteran-centric resources for active military, veterans, or members in your household. And you can find more information on 211 of King County at wa211.org. And you can find information on WA Serves Pacific Northwest at washington.americaserves.org. Check those out. All right. Now, how about connecting with your neighbors? Did you know that there are several online applications or websites, city resources, and even organizations that help you connect with your neighbors in your neighborhood, that help keep you safe from crime, that help you find what you're looking for, or organizations that help you to run errands? Here are a few I'm going to share with you, starting with a helpful city resource, actually. How many of you have been to the City of Lake Forest Park website? You will find lots of great information and resources for the Lake Forest Park community. For example, one of the things that you can find on their website is if you're concerned about crime in your neighborhood, City of Lake Forest Park has a neighborhood block watch page on their website. Block watch is a concept of neighbors looking out for one another, working with the police, and sending a message to potential criminals that the residents are keeping an eye out for suspicious and criminal activities. You can also find a do-it-yourself crime prevention packet and a home security checklist on their site. And for more information on that, you can visit them at cityoflfp.com. In addition to city resources, website, that inform you on the happenings of in your city and in your community, There are also online applications you can access to learn more about what's going on in your own neighborhood. How many of you know about or have accessed Nextdoor? Super handy. Nextdoor, it's a free online community tool that is not only used by thousands of people to connect with their neighbors, but they can utilize the site to buy, sell, or give away for free household items. They can get alerts from other neighbors on what's happening in and around their neighborhood, similar to that block watch. Nextdoor is also utilized by the city of Lake Forest Park to send notices to residents about road closures, city projects, or events going on. And to download or access the Nextdoor app, you can simply go to nextdoor.com and get yourself set up. And now one last fantastic resource, I may be biased, to share with you. It's an organization that can help you connect with all the resources, tips, and other organizations that I've covered so far in this presentation. And that's Northwest Neighbors Network. Now, Northwest Neighbors Network, it's a 501c3 nonprofit organization that is a registered charity in the state of Washington. And we serve residents of North King County and South Snohomish County, including the communities of Shoreline, of course, Lake Forest Park, Edmonds, Woodway, Linwood, Mountain Lake Terrace, and Briar. Now, our mission is the key driving force of what we're all about here at NNN. And although it sounds simple to help seniors age well in their own homes, our approach is anything but. We thoroughly vet our volunteers to ensure safe interactions with our members. If we have volunteers that are driving, we require a clean driving record as well in order to provide those services. And through our network of volunteers, we offer services, again, like giving rides to appointments, whether it's a doctor's appointment or a haircut appointment. We'll help rake leaves or do light yard work. My favorite, changing a light bulb. If you're not comfortable getting up on ladders or step stools, we'll come change a light bulb for you or help you out with light housework duties. And we can also offer some technical help with your computers or smartphones. One thing to keep in mind, we draw the line at services that may require specific training or certification. So we're not plumbers or electricians, and we're not really supposed to help with medical or financial matters, but all the other smaller things that we do to help. But most importantly, Northwest Neighbors Network offers connection. Connection with others, your community, and your neighbors. We host Zoom chats for those that aren't able to get out and about or are not comfortable with getting out. We arrange walks and garden tours in different neighborhoods. We also plan lunch outings to bring people together to enjoy some conversation and some good food. Thing to remember, social isolation is a major concern for people living alone and can contribute actually to health problems that get in the way of being able to stay active. That's why we are so focused on helping our community members have these opportunities to get together with others, to stay connected and active, doing what they love doing with others. Now, if you want more information, or if you or someone you know would like to volunteer with Northwest Neighbors Network, you can contact, or you can visit our website at northwestneighborsnetwork.org, or send us an email at info@northwestneighborsnetwork.org. So that is it. Thank you very much for your time and participating in this short presentation. I believe we have some time to answer some questions. I also have a couple of board member colleagues of mine that are on standby to potentially help answer questions as well. So if you wanted to put a question in the chat, or if you wanted to just kind of raise your hand, we'll try and get to your questions. Oops, sorry, hold on just one sec here.